Good morning, LinkedIn, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, and that's about it. My name is Frank Lavinia, and the other day I teased an announcement that big news was coming soon, and so I will reveal the big news in two parts. One, after nearly a decade at being at Microsoft, both going there and coming back, I decided to leave Microsoft again to pursue an opportunity at a really cool startup. Can't say who it is yet, but stay tuned, and I will. But I didn't want to go live and not mention anything in particular. But I just wanted to make sure that folks kind of knew that. Hey, LinkedIn user, good morning. I think I know who that is, but I'm not totally sure. And Modern Day Tech, how you doing, sir? How are you doing? Hope things are well. Can you believe the kids are going to be in middle school next year? Can you believe it? So, yes, Randy, it is so. I literally was made an offer I could not refuse. And I really struggled with this. I kind of went back and forth. And for my career and my family, this totally is the right choice. And it was hard. I'm not. Hey, Rupesh, how's it going? I know I owe you a couple of replies to some IMs. So for some reason, LinkedIn does not, or Restream really doesn't show me who you are. But fun fact: LinkedIn is the parent company. Parent company of LinkedIn is Microsoft. Hey, Jim. Speaking of cool startups, by the way, Jim, I sent you an email, or actually, an automated system sent you an email. Go check it out, or IM me, and I can explain what it is and such. Hopefully, you got it. No, I mean, I love Microsoft. Thank you, Rupesh, for the best of luck. I love Microsoft. It was really painful. I mean, Microsoft is the only company that I left and I would even consider going back to, and I did that. And you know what? If the stars align again, I'd totally go back in a heartbeat. You know, for one, I'm only 8 months away from getting my 10-year service crystal. No, but seriously, Microsoft is an awesome company. It is. I mean, the thing I miss the most, I miss already, honestly, is that we had a Teams kind of group chat. It originally started with just the data and AI folks on my team, and plus a couple other people in the Northeast region. So basically, it's kind of grown because other people have changed teams. I myself changed teams, and it was just phenomenal. Like in terms of what the brain power, right? So if you had a question, no matter how obscure, no matter how difficult, you just post it on there, and in about 5-10 minutes, you get an answer, or at least in a better direction. And then, you kind of pay it forward too. So people ask a question about AI, and if I can quickly answer it, I will. And I mean, it was just one of those things. Cool. I didn't. That's right. You did go to Okta. Yeah, it is hard. It is hardly Microsoft, right? Because you're plugged into like this matrix of just high octane brain power. And it's not that other companies don't have that, but very few companies have like high octane brain power of 100,000 plus employees. I mean, there's only not a lot of those companies in the world. So there's something very special about Microsoft. And I am sad to leave it. I mean, last time I was basically riffed because they said your job's moving to Seattle, you can move to Seattle or you cannot. And again, then it was kind of the same thing for my family. It made more sense to stay here on the East Coast. And and I went back, and when I talked to the hiring manager, I was like, hey, yeah, we did kind of talk. That's funny. But I said to the hiring manager, hey, look, I love Microsoft, but I'm not leaving, the East Coast, anytime soon. Not like we'll never move, but not while the kids are young and the grandparents are old. I don't know if that makes sense. But so, so in any case, the decision to leave was hard. And you know what? I mean, I think you said it best, is that, Randy, that there is life after Microsoft, and uh, I found that if you're an ex-Microsoft employee, there's a certain panache that you have. I'm actually joining a firm with a handful of other ex-Microsoft people, and if you're clever, you can probably figure it out. But it's not any of the big. It's not part of Fang. It's not any of those big names, at least not yet. But I'm excited about the opportunity. I'm excited about the opportunity to spread, the wider use of artificial intelligence, which is basically kind of our mission statement. And I'm excited to inspire and ignite a lot of other folks on the team. Obviously, I do a lot of live streaming. I do a lot of blogging and podcasting. This week, the blog has been a bit quiet because there's just so much stuff you need to do to when I left, because fortunately this time I didn't have a lot of like emails like tied to my Microsoft, accounts tied to my Microsoft account. But it was hard. I mean, it was a hard decision, and like every time I'm like, is it CF? No, it's not CF. I don't know what CF is, but it's not CF. It's not their acronym. And actually, Rupesh, I want to connect you with my new manager, because I know you do a lot of social media marketing and LinkedIn and stuff like that, and you've been very successful. So definitely hit me up. Well, I got to hit you up anyway. So it's just crazy. Like, you don't realize how crazy like your last week at a job can be, And like I said, I care about my. I mean, I was working up until Thursday because I had engagements lined up. In fact, I actually gave extra time because the MTC, I was part of the MTC. For those who don't know, Microsoft Technology Center, it's kind of like the Navy SEALs of the sales team around the world. And I don't say that kind of flippantly, but like, every team will tell you that they're the elite team, right? Randy, you can back me up, right? Like, it's kind of a big deal to be in the MTC, right? But ultimately, ultimately it was ultimately we are down. Another data and AI architect left. So if you don't know, the MTC, which if you're a Microsoft customer and you bug your account team to go talk to the MTC, because the MTC is flipping awesome. And I can say that now. I have no reason to brown nose anyone right now, right? But so we have like a data and AI architect, we have an infrastructure architect, I need to get another haircut. We where was I going? See, Randy backed me up, right? It's kind of a big deal to be in the MTC. And I always did dream of being in the MTC. So not only was I able to fulfill my dream of working at Microsoft twice, I was able to fulfill my dream of being an MTC architect. So there's app dev, there's security, compliance, policy, modern workplace, power apps, and the data person. So the data architect in New York recently left the company for reason. Just ask Brian Turch. I don't feel like I know that name, so I will definitely look him up on LinkedIn when I'm later. But tip of the spear, yes, that's exactly what we are. We're the tip of the spear, and you bring in, the account teams will bring in accounts that are having struggles, and this is particularly the ones I see are organizations that they have the data, they may even have the data on premises. So as like you have this data, you're sitting on this potentially lucrative asset. Or if it's not a lucrative asset in the sense you can sell your data, but you can repackage it and figure out what's going on. But you can also have better understanding, a deeper understanding of the data. And bringing kind of those organizations to light and to the cloud has been a passion of mine. So you're going to see that as a theme, democratization of AI. That's a theme you're going to see continued in the weeks, months, and years ahead. So as for that, I mean, I would say. So we're down a couple of people for one reason or the other. So I was fully booked. Like honest to God, looking at my schedule, I was fully booked like a whole month out. So I didn't want to do that to my boss. Shout out to David, you're awesome. I don't know if he's on the stream today, but he was the other day. Oh yes, I know who you mean now. Yes, yeah, Brian Turch. Yeah. So you'll see like. Director of Homeland Security, like when you leave the MTC, it's a pretty good follow up. It's a pretty good setup for your career, because the MTC requires you need to be very sharp in terms of your technical skills, and you need to be comfortable presenting, and you need to have like just like an intensity and duration that, it's not for everyone. But they are looking for, Birdie tells me, obviously, there's a spot open in Reston or Arlington, as it will soon be. So definitely hit me up. I can get you in touch with the right people. But I mean, ultimately, I think for me, it was hard to leave the MTC. It really is a sweet gig. But ultimately, this opportunity was too good to pass up. So I really enjoyed my time there. I love Microsoft. I'm still a shareholder, so I wish them the best. One of the things I want to do is partner with Microsoft kind of from the outside, and yeah, I'm excited. I really am excited, and I realize. So honestly, so I'm in the car. I'm waiting for my kids to be done with their martial arts class, and I tend to stream about this time every week. And I wasn't going to do it because my hair is kind of wild. I forgot my baseball cap. But I was like, you know what? I haven't hardly blogged this week. I have not streamed this week. There's 3 podcast episodes that are in the can right now that I haven't finished editing. So you know what? I'm just going to take messy action and just get it done. No, David, my former boss, the director of the Reston MTC. He's an awesome guy. Everybody at the MTC is just freaking awesome. There's folks I worked with because we're virtual. I mean, I got to work with folks around the country, and that was a great experience. I'm sad to go, but I'm excited looking over the horizon. So with that, I don't have anything else to add. Other than I hope you're having a great day. It's a beautiful spring day here in Maryland, and I'm going to enjoy kind of the, usually at this time I would be like checking that group chat I mentioned with all the smart people up and down the east, northeast. Which shame on me for doing it on the weekend, but it is what it is. But today I'm just going to sit, chill out, do a live stream, and there's definitely a lot of goodness coming. So stay tuned here on whatever platform you're watching. If you're watching on YouTube, stay tuned. If you're watching on LinkedIn, stay tuned. Twitch, Periscope, and of course the Data Driven and Frank's World TV channels on Facebook. So with that, I want to say thank you, everyone. Thank you, Rupesh. Thank you, Randy. Thank you to Eric, Modern Day Tech. He's got a cool YouTube channel. And, thank you very much. And if I don't see who that is, it's LinkedIn user. It's probably Rupesh. But we'll talk later, Rupesh. I don't know if at least you can't talk for another hour, but we'll figure something out. All righty. You have a fantastic day. And with that, I'm going to cue the end graphics, assuming I can. I love Restream, but it's not quite mobile optimized yet. Here we go. You have a fantastic day.